Hy-Vee dial 108, please. Hy-Vee Quorum dial 108, please.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside
I can't have Tired
Hy-Vee
Betsy.
on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine.
Get yourself a drink.
Streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Yes, I'm aware that my microphone is hot as I'm saying I can't have Tired Betsy. Listen, we're not on the set of CNN or Fox News, all right? It's Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. Betsy, what you don't know about Betsy is sometimes she works overnights and she's very tired. Now she just ran, literally. I wish you could have seen her run to Starbucks. So I gave her my credit card and I said, go get something with caffeine in it. Here we go. Look like Johnny Cash. I look like I ate Johnny Cash. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash's chubby brother, Tony Cash. Happy Friday. We're live on the 4th of January inside Hy-Vee in Muscatine. This show brought to you by 4 Shots of Espresso. I went with an iced version of, and this is true, if you're ever curious about the Squeaky Bakery Cart, if you're ever curious about the high-fat keto drink that I have, it's something that you could order at Starbucks here at Hy-Vee. You could ask for the, oh my gosh, Becky, look at that high-fat keto drink. And if Becky's working, she would know exactly what you mean. Whether you got it on ice or hot or as a frappuccino, you could ask for it. If you see somebody working at Starbucks and her name tag says Becky, you could say, can I have the, oh my gosh, Becky, look at that high-fat Starbucks keto drink. Keto Starbucks drink. She'll be like, yes, yes. You want Tony's drink. 29 grams of fat. And listen, 2 days restarting keto, lost 9 pounds. So if I can do it, you can do it. All right? That's all I wanted you to know. So we have a busy weekend here at the store. The weather, by the way, I'm sure you've been paying attention. 50 degrees Saturday. Is that what we're looking at? 50 degrees. I think this is great because I don't know about y'all, but I need to vacuum out my vehicle. I don't want to brag, but my dad van, real messy, 3 kids. I almost want to pay somebody to vacuum it. It's got that much stuff in it, but I need to just go do it. I got enough quarters. So check that out. 50 degrees, 47 degrees today. Saturday, partly cloudy, a high of 50. Sunday, cloudy, a high of 42. Monday, chance for rain, cloudy, high of 50. Where is winter? Maybe next Friday, winter, possibly. Look at that. There's a little bit of snow. Brian, go to Friday for a second. Next Friday. What does that say? Rain and snow. Son of a biscuit. Chance precipitation, 40%. All right. Well, let's enjoy it while it's here. I would rather have a little bit of winter in January so that come March, we're done with it, rather than having a March where it's winter. I don't think any of us want that. Okay, let's get to our first guest, who is patiently waiting with Muscatine Radiology, Jessica Whitman, back on the show. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having
My
me.
hands are very cold from this drink. I was
That's
just
okay.
realizing, I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to think
I'm really
I have
clammy,
bad circulation.
so careful when you pick that drink up, it flip right out.
It's good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So it's fitting to have you here with just being 4 days into the new year.
Right.
And I just noticed this. We were talking about this before we started. I get notifications with my insurance, with
Yes.
the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield that I have here at Hy-Vee. Shout out to Wellmark. We'll bill you for that. So it tells me when
They'll
like
bill you
they
for that.
will
You
bill
better
me.
watch out.
It tells me when things are getting processed, and then I
Right.
can check the app. And we're sitting here in a new year, so that means that everybody's insurance sort of, what's the right word? Rolls over, resets.
We
your
always say
deductible.
rollover reset, your
Yeah.
deductible resets.
Cool.
It's really confusing to people, and I'm glad that you mentioned that they give you a notification to check your
Yes,
account.
yes.
And they have what you call an explanation of benefits.
An
An EOB. Yes. And
That's exactly what it said.
that really freaks people out sometimes because you see a large number on there,
Right.
and a lot of times that number is just what you're getting, what the insurance is getting charged, so the insurance hasn't paid it yet.
Correct.
And then when you go into your account, you can see if the insurance has paid,
Yep.
or if it's pending,
Yep.
or if there is no action taken yet. So
It's
there's-
really slick to be able to do that.
Yes.
And here's kind of an example of what we're talking
Oh,
about with
thank you for
Walmart.
bringing that up. Yeah.
It's super cool. So, and what I did this year with my family, since there's a new member, I beefed our plan up. So we have a lower deductible.
Right.
Right.
Good. Yes.
Because I don't want to have a lot of out-of-pocket stuff. So insurance, even just the little that I'm able to talk about insurance,
Yeah.
it just kind of gives me this sense of like, I don't know, I get anxious talking about insurance.
Right.
It's overwhelming. All of these terms, people have a hard time. But what I know is that when it comes to Muscatine Radiology and what
Yes.
you all are able to do, the important thing for people to understand is the power of choice.
Correct.
So whether they need to go for like an ultrasound or an MRI, I was just literally a week ago talking to a coworker about some CT guided pain injections.
Yes.
And my coworker looked at me like, why do you know what that is? And I said, well, I've been talking with people from Muscatine Radiology for like 5 years.
Right.
But that's important for everybody to know when they need some of these services
Right.
to kind of, have the understanding that they can go to where they like. right?
So we always say you have the freedom to choose where you get your health care. So one of the things that I want to point out when they were showing that EOB
Sure.
is there were 3 columns, one for deductible, one for copay, and one for coinsurance.
Sure.
So if you are having pain, let's use you for example.
Sure.
See those 3 columns right
Yes.
there? If you go to muscatineradiology.com and click on our payment or insurance and payment,
Sure.
it'll give you really great definitions of what those mean.
Perfect.
So for example, we bill as an office visit. So
Okay.
we are able to charge a copay, which is usually a small set amount for either specialty or different services offered.
Correct.
Now, not every insurance plan has one of those, so that's why it's important to know what your insurance plans are. So if you know you need a CT guided injection,
Right.
and you have time to shop around, meaning your doctor doesn't think you need it tomorrow,
Sure.
make sure you call your insurance company, call the different facilities you're looking at getting that done, and ask them, okay, is this going to fall under my deductible? Is this going to fall under coinsurance? Is this going to fall under copay? Have I met my deductible yet?
Right.
If I have, is that when my coinsurance kicks in? There's so many
Just
questions
talking
you
about
need to
that
ask.
again. People, and a lot of us are like this, where we just get whatever needs to be done.
Right.
But then you maybe get the surprise of a bill and you go, why do I even have insurance? And it's not that your insurance isn't working or covering. It's just if you don't understand, that's where you can get that sticker shock all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
Well-
And that can really be
Right.
devastating for some folks. So that's where it's always worth the time
Right.
to call and just ask so that you understand.
Right.
Like, yes, you need this procedure to be done. What's the what's the best way that you can get that done and not have that giant bill
Right.
that shows up potentially, right?
Well, we all need to understand that there are ways that we can maneuver our insurance. There are people that can help us. So any insurance plan you have is facilitated by a larger group. So if you call your Wellmark rep
Right.
and say, what is this covering? If you need mental health services, how many can you go to? You know, you have a little book that you can flip through and see that, hey, I can go to the chiropractor 25 times in a year
Sign me
before
up.
this kicks in, right?
Yeah.
So knowing that ahead of time, it's almost like budgeting for the year. Like
Yep.
this is my budget of medical procedures I can do every year. And you might be surprised to find out that you can get radiology procedures for a copay.
Sure.
But also another thing we offer, if you don't want to do all of the work and you know you need an outpatient diagnostic procedure,
Sure.
you can give us a call and we will actually look that up for you. We can take your insurance card and it actually pings against your insurance, calculates really fast all of the things that are going on, and it'll spit out an estimate of what you will owe that
That's
day.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So so there's no room for any confusion.
Correct.
And again, I the services that you guys provide, there's so many.
Right.
I was talking to my wife about so they're in the building that you guys are at,
Yes.
across from St. Mary and Matthias on Cedar Street. What's the building called again?
The Muscatine Medical Center.
Thank you. I thought that's what it was. Very dramatic. The Muscatine Medical
Well, people get us
Center.
confused all the time because the hospital and our facility
Right.
it's on the same street. So we
Sure.
have our patients showing up there for exams and their patients showing up to us because when they answer the phone and they say Unity, Trinity, Muscatine
Right.
Radiology, and
Right.
then we answer the phone Muscatine Radiology. So we're not doing any favors specifically. We're like, beautiful,
Perfect.
beautiful.
There's a giant brick sign out front, Tony. Jeez, you would think I would know my doctor. It's across the hall at Mercy, and then
Yeah.
I went for PT at Rock Valley, literally
There-
across the parking
yeah.
lot. I would see that sign. But I was telling somebody about Dr. Prasad,
Yes.
who's at Mercy, and the response, and it wasn't my wife, it was either my mother-in-law or somebody said, well, I thought that Mercy closed or something closed in that building. And I said, I think that was Genesis.
Yes.
Because I know for sure, because I had a lot of time spent at both the Mercy and Muscatine Radiology
Right.
with my knee stuff,
Yeah.
that both are still there. So again, important to
Yeah.
know.
Very important.
Centrally located in town,
Yes.
for sure. And in your place in Muscatine Radiology, you're able to come in and get that mammogram, have that MRI,
Yes.
and the CT guided pain injection, right? And I know I said that earlier like I was an expert, but essentially if you're having pain, you can pinpoint where the pain is and get the medicine that you needed, the relief that you needed injected to that exact spot, rather than sort of like,
Right.
the shotgun spray of trying to treat something. They can
Right.
really zone
So
in on it.
the CT guidance allows the radiologist to actually watch the medicine go directly into the area or the
Wild.
nerve that
Yeah.
is not working. So we do epidurals
cool.
and all those fun things too.
And then, like we're in so we're at that start of the year. So for people that are getting the insurance reset and the deductibles, again, it's important to have those conversations. Sometimes things come up.
Correct.
And sometimes January 17th, 2018, you're in a horrendous car accident
Oh yeah.
and you need to get checked out. What I'm getting at is, like, I didn't go to the emergency room after my accident. I probably should have, but I did
Yeah.
not, because I was able to walk out of the vehicle. Probably had a little shock, a little adrenaline going on.
Right.
Started to feel it a couple hours later. But what I'm saying is, like, when things like that happen, granted you're not open 24/7, again, that's where that choice is still there.
Right.
Right? So
yeah.
you could go get treated if something, God forbid, happens immediately, but when it comes to maybe needing that follow-up X-ray or MRI,
Right.
that's where you kind of sometimes, when you're overwhelmed in a situation, you have to understand that you have that option.
Yeah. Yes, you
right?
have the freedom to choose. And we're
Yeah.
privately owned, but we take referrals from all
Sure.
entities. So if your referring physician is from Unity Point, if they're from Genesis, if they're from the university, it's okay. Everybody has privileges here. I know that's some jargon, but that's
Sure.
something you might hear is, oh, we don't have privileges. And that the doctor just might not know that we are an option as well in town. So it's really important to ask your physician for that referral. Just tell them, I've done some research, this is the place I want to go. And we work really well with those physicians as well. We do our best to get the reports to them as quickly as possible. That's a 3D ultrasound, sorry. I just love those. It's really cool.
Okay, but is that Danette?
That's Danette and Trisha.
And Trisha, that's
but
what I
she's
was
not
gonna say.
pregnant. I started a
Right,
big
but
to-do
that's-
on Facebook.
No,
with
that's
this.
so
No,
fun
this
though.
Is an
because-
old picture.
But it's great because it shows you how long both of those ladies have been in teen radiology.
They've been there
Right?
since the beginning, so it's been about 11 years. Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And the technology, by the way, what's funny about the 3D ultrasound is that anymore it's way more advanced than what we just saw in that
Right.
picture.
It looks so good.
Oh my gosh, it's come a
We've
long way.
upgraded our machines since then too.
Yeah,
so
100%.
we've got all the new
But
probes
that's
and fun things.
What's so exciting is like the technology continues to improve.
Yes.
And everybody at Muscatine Radiology and Corridor Radiology, like they're in stride, in tune with it.
Yeah.
And I think when you're physician owned or held, like they understand that. Like that education doesn't stop if you're a doc.
Right.
I mean, they're
They-
always learning something.
Yes.
And absolutely with the technology. I mean, you have to understand how quickly people can read things
Right.
in your business. It's a trip to have somebody that can come in, for that mammogram, and whether it's a routine one or not, and then God forbid if there's something that gets caught, how quickly they can get that
Right.
information. Because that's
Yeah.
where a lot of anxiety can come as well,
Yeah.
like the not knowing or the waiting on
Right.
results, waiting on a phone
Right.
call, right?
Well, if I may share a personal story.
Yeah, please, absolutely.
So it was the day after Halloween.
Okay, this year?
This year.
Okay.
I was traveling and I thought maybe I had a weird sports injury. My leg really hurt.
Okay.
And I was on my way to Muscatine and I'm like, gosh, I think I have a DVT, which is deep vein thrombosis or a blood clot in your leg.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so I'm like, no big deal. I'll just, I'll get an ultrasound when I get to work or whatever.
Jeez.
And true enough, I did have a DVT and I freaked out and I was short of breath, and usually that means case to do a CT as well for
Oh my gosh.
blood clots in your lungs. And they hustled me across the hall to Dr. Prasad.
Right.
He ordered the CT. We got the CT done. I was inpatient in Mercy, Iowa City by the end of the day. So
Oh my gosh.
that's how quickly this system can work for you. The radiologist was there. He read right away. Prasad came across the
Jeez.
hall. They talked to each other and decided this is something that needs to be escalated pretty quickly. So
Oh my gosh!
I'm all
know.
good now.
Well, I kind of knew that you maybe I'd seen a picture in the hospital, but I
Yeah.
didn't know it was that serious.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's all right. And I got to vote too. They came to the hospital and let me vote, so that
You
was
voted
exciting.
in the hospital?
Yeah, I'm just all crazy.
I thought you
Lots
were
of
saying you got to vote on where you wanted to go for care, and I was like, oh, I think we know the answer
Yeah.
for this one.
Well, I
but-
got to vote on that too, but I
Literally,
got
you
to
voted
vote in
twice.
the election, and
Oh
I do
my
that because I had
gosh.
the sticker on my finger, right?
Wow, I think that's the picture that I saw.
Yeah.
The fact that you're able to identify DVT, though, I mean, obviously you've
That's
been,
just from hearing it over
Yeah,
and over, and
but
people being
that's-
like, something in my leg hurts.
But
and-
no, but that's just it, right? And it's more often, and not to stereotype, but it typically is a guy thing to
or an older person's illness.
to notice.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying
Oh.
I'm just saying in general noticing things and
Oh.
maybe not addressing it.
Yes, yes, yes,
right.
yes,
And
yep.
definitely as we get older, I mean, I'm guilty of that. Where you're like, well, something doesn't feel right, but whatever. I've got other things to worry about. Until they get the technology to give us a second go at this
Right.
life, this is it.
Right.
So if you feel like something's off or you notice something, it's always better safe than sorry.
If you see something,
Right.
say something.
100%. I mean, we had a friend of ours, Jerry, that owns a bait and tackle shop, just basically survived a massive heart attack, 100% blockage of an artery, but felt weird and active.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. In case y'all are wondering, and then you have a free baby.
Yeah.
So maybe someone.
That's how I'm gonna get my baby, guys.
Listen, someone did accuse me of having that car accident to have a free baby, even though I don't know if we were pregnant around the time of the car accident. Yeah, I mean, it was a terrible experience, right?
Right.
I had. Getting an MRI is a weird experience if you've never had one. I'm not a person that gets claustrophobic. I did not have that experience. I was chilling on the table, had the old leg. There was more of me at the time. Now I'd fit way more comfortably.
Right.
Right? But I got to listen to whatever. I think I was listening to John Prine on Pandora.
In spite of ourselves, right?
Yeah, one of his great songs. So I just kind of zoned out for 30 minutes, and then it was over. And you know, that situation for me is just an example that I have of like being able to go see my doc, get that done, and then you go on to that next step, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Cool.
I didn't want to have any lingering issues, and that's why I got it all taken care of.
Right.
And I'm glad that it's behind me. So whether it's something catastrophic like that, or if it's just the time of year when your insurance is resetting and you need to understand that whether you hit your deductible last year or not, you start fresh, right?
Right.
So most insurance plans will have that max out of pocket for an individual and for family. And the app, if your insurance has the app, it's really slick because each time you go, it kind of chips away at that deductible and you can see where you're at.
Right. And another good thing to know too, for any type of exam you might be going for, call the place and see, especially if you're underinsured, have a health savings account, or have, you know, maybe a really high deductible, ask them if they give you a cash discount if you pay that day. We have one of those, so if you have cash, credit card, check, and you want to pay for your exam, we'll roll out the prices and say, okay, your x-ray is going to be $50 today. And, and that, even if you don't want to worry about having something go to your insurance, we can do that for you too. And there's lots of different specialties that will do that as well.
And it's also true Muscatine Radiology now accepts Bitcoin, right?
No. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had a Bitcoin scam. We'll talk about that another day.
Okay. Wow. Did you really?
I got extorted.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't fall for it, but
I've noticed that as we've been sitting here, the last thing, and we'll put up all the contact info for Muscatine Radiology, but I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Judy and Karma, some of the folks that are watching us on Facebook.
Hi guys.
We're all, Judy Yates runs the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. Karma Truitt works there. You and I are on the fundraising board. MCSA New Beginnings fundraiser in April will be here before we know it. You're involved with Rotary. You're involved with the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. I know that it's important for you, and it's also nice that your company or organization supports you being super involved.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Muscatine. It's some days if I'm having maybe a bad day in Coralville, I'll be like, oh, look at the time, I got to get to Muscatine. I just think this community is really great, and they take care of their own. And even being able to participate in your Battle of the Bells challenge was pretty cool. And all of the people that really dug into their pockets and gave to the kettle. I've always wanted to be a bell ringer. Like when I was a little kid, I'd be like, how do I get
bell ringing?
So,
and you opted to ring with Lieutenant Lopez and not your friend.
Well, Lieutenant...
There's Jess right there.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Rotary was on that side of the store. To be fair.
Lieutenant Lopez is in Rotary, so we have a Rotary day of ringing.
He just winked at me offset.
He's sitting over there.
Like he had that in the bag. I just thought the Rotary people were there. He called it a favor.
Yeah.
I got to get on Rotary apparently.
You can come have lunch with me every Monday. I'm going to be the president next year. You better watch
out.
Are
you really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. The recruitment process is starting now. All right, let's get contact info for Muscatine Radiology on the screen if we could. They're on Facebook. They've got a great, easy-to-use website. Rye Guy, click on home, and then we'll show everybody the website, Facebook page, and easy to find here in town. you have the power of choice when it comes to taking care of your health care. I
There
hope you'll
it
remember
is.
that. 2104 Cedarwood Drive, Suite 100, kind of on the backside of the building. 263 3400. Appreciate it. It's supposed to be
We love it.
and February, Chambers in the show.
Oh gosh.
Tommy.
Yes. So
That's awesome.
City Circle Acting Company in Coralville
Okay.
is doing Tommy by the Who. It's a rock opera,
That's awesome.
and I'm playing Mrs. Walker, and I'm really
Great.
excited about it. I get to speak an English accent, guys. It's real fun.
But then you won't sing in an English
Oh,
accent.
yeah.
Right? Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. So that'll be in February, Tommy.
Yes.
And that's like as far as top billing on the show, like there's Tommy
Yeah.
and then there's you, basically,
Well,
right?
it's an ensemble cast.
Oh,
Yes,
stop it.
but I do get to sing this really cool song called Smash the Mirror, and then I get to smash it, so
Wow.
I'll have lots of bad luck by the time the show's over, but I'm having a great time doing it.
Someone's supplying
Happy
a lot
to do
of
it.
mirrors. Just don't walk under a ladder at the same
Oh,
time.
goodness.
Okay, there was
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Full enough to land a role
Cool.
in
Hey, this
the
is awesome.
show.
Performance dates. Get your tickets now.
Boom. February 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Yeah, it's just one weekend, and it's in
That's
concert,
it.
so it's
Wow.
going to be limited staging, so it's very focused on the music, which is what's awesome about the
That's
Who.
great.
And some of your favorites like I'm Free and Pinball Wizard.
We'll choose to not sing any of those now. We
No.
don't get sued by ASCAP or BMI, but come to the show for sure. Thank you.
Thank
Good to
you
see
so
Have
much.
a great
Always
weekend.
good to see you.
Jessica Whitman with Let's Teen Radiology. Let's go CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam, and then we'll rock the cart cam for a second. And look at that. It's beginning to look a lot like Valentine's Day. You blink and it's here. Can't believe it. And I'm realizing because Megan Francis with Sunnybrook is joining us that thank you. That I did not stop by. Megan, I did not stop by Sunnybrook yesterday. I need to. And if I can make it over there, busy time is behind us.
Yeah.
But not quite, Lieutenant. And this is what I think is exciting. And I wanted to have you back because I was so happy to see on the Salvation Army of Muscatine's Facebook page the
Yes.
updated total. And we're going to put this on the screen in just a second for the Red Kettle campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good about it. And what I want people to understand is that they can still help us by donating to get to that $180,000 mark.
Yes, until the end of this month,
Okay.
they can send their check or their cash to 1,000 Oregon,
Sure.
or they can stop by, and also I would like to know where they want us to spend their money, in what
Sure.
program, that's one of the things that I am very interesting about it,
Okay.
like if you come with $10 or $10,000,
Sure.
and you said here is my donation, Lieutenant, and I would like to hear what program you want us to use your
I like that.
your money, because we have emergency disaster services, we have youth programs, we have the meal site program, we have the worship service program,
Sure.
so I would like to know where you want us to use your money.
That's powerful. And I by the way, I mean, and I don't really know where things have been in previous years, but I feel pretty good to be sitting at that $140,000 mark. And again, that was from everybody who either volunteered to ring a bell,
That's
people
right.
that donated more than once or just once, or I mean, I know people that would be here at Hy-Vee that would donate every time they saw
Yeah.
the kettles out.
Yeah.
So really exciting. But yeah, of course we want to close the gap. And that's one of the best pictures, right?
Yes.
We want to close the gap and hit that $180,000 mark so that we're able to, like you said, Lieutenant, have all these programs and
Yeah.
understand how important it is that when summer rolls around, that there's the summer camp for the kids, a place for them to be safe, to be surrounded by their peers, have something to do. But then also just being able to keep the lights on at the Salvation Army,
That's right.
1000 South Oregon Street, and be able to operate. So I hope that if you're watching and you're thinking maybe you missed out on donating during the bell ringing campaign, you still have an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, I call them superheroes.
Sure.
Because one of the things that I don't like to share, but I think the community needs to understand is that the advisory board, the finance advisory board, they check how much we have in the end of January
Sure.
and see what programs we should run and what programs we should not if
Gotcha.
we're short in our goal, because that money was estimated before Christmas
Sure.
to run 2019 services to the community.
And as a member now of the advisory board, the last thing I want to have to do is vote on what services to have or have not. Right? I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
That's a hard and a tough decision, but you have to.
Darn it!
I know.
Somebody
I know.
write a check
Yeah.
for 40 grand. Well, yeah,
Please.
let's just get to. I want to be able to just say we're going to fund everything. Yeah, so that it's interesting because, and I watched it happen on Christmas Eve at noon. The bell ringing stops.
Yes.
But again, that doesn't mean that the need is done.
Yeah.
It's not true. I mean, you guys helped hundreds of families and children and fed people and still feed people. And just because, Lieutenant, we're a couple of days outside of Christmas, all of a sudden the need isn't gone. And I think that's important for people to understand.
Yeah.
Whether they're looking for continued volunteer opportunities or ways to give. We get through this wave of holidays and the generosity. My goal would be to just kind of carry that through. It's not going to be at the same level, certainly, but if we could retain at least that awareness so that people understand that, yes, you can still be involved. Yes, the Salvation Army still needs help.
Yeah, for sure. As what you said, every day people come and they really want to get help,
Sure.
and we want to keep them helping, and so yeah, that's 365 days in the whole year,
Yeah.
that we help, and we would like to keep doing that in our best capacity.
Absolutely. So this is exciting, right? $140,000. We talked about it the other day. Still have an opportunity to give. Do you have any? So today we're doing the show live on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Are there opportunities that you can think of where you could use volunteers to do various things around the Salvation Army? Is there anything that you're looking at throughout the month of January that you could use some bodies, some help down there?
Yeah, for sure. We always need some help to sort the food that we just got.
Sure.
We need some volunteers to sort the bread that you guys donate.
Sure.
And, we also need volunteers to help us in the kitchen for the
Yes.
hot meals that we provide Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
We need help for our after-school program, to of course they are going to some training before
Sure.
It's called Safe from Harm. That way they can help to watch our kids that come from
Yep.
the school, and variety. If you can come and just told my wife or told me what you would like to do, if your passion is to wash the toilets,
Yeah.
you can come, and you don't need any training for that, but you can come. And
I
do
feel
that.
like you're talking right to me when you're saying
No,
that.
but you know what?
Listen, but that's just it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to know. So I want to come back to the hot meals Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Something that I don't know if a lot of folks understand. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you're serving a hot meal. People are there to receive it. So when you talk about having the need for volunteers in the kitchen to help with that process, that is very real, right? There are people that maybe would not have anything to eat on those days, or maybe it's just one of those days.
Yes.
So that, I mean, I can't imagine, Lieutenant, unless there was some type of blizzard, that on one of those days you wouldn't have people there looking to eat, correct? I mean,
Yeah.
it's always happening, right?
The lowest number that we had is about 35 people, and the
Oh
highest
my
number
gosh.
is like 80, 85 people. More in winter. In winter we have more people to come, that they come,
Wow.
and so that's why we need hands. Well, we have a cook, our cook has been serving for I think 27 years.
Wow.
Sandy, is her name, and we have some pictures in our Facebook, and also Connie, those are the cooks.
Yeah.
But also we need someone who can lift the pots,
Yeah.
pots are very
Yeah.
heavy. Someone who can clean the tables, who can wash. I mean, you've been there, and someone who can wash the dishes. So we need a lot of help.
I also think it's good. I mean, even if someone, I don't know if you need this type of volunteer, but I was just thinking about the times that I've been down there and people are grabbing a hot meal. You can help out in the kitchen or whatever, but then also just having a conversation with somebody.
That's right.
I mean, I
That's
think
right.
the more I reflect on how important it is to just sometimes listen or be there for someone, make a new friend, right? I mean, I think of a lot of people that I know that are retired or going to be retiring that are looking to get involved. And I'm sure that that's happened where you've seen people make friendships,
Oh, yeah.
whether it's a volunteer or someone that's has come in need. But those are real bonds and real relationships that are developing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, one of the things that we challenge our own congregation is to come and spend one day and eat with the people who come in, just to talk and pray with them. Because a lot of them, they come broken. And they, as what you said, you are totally right. They just need some ears that they can hear them, and a hug, or a prayer.
Yeah.
That really impacts a lot of people.
Speaking of the congregation, something that we talk about a little bit. I mean, certainly we're out of that. We're coming out of that time of year when it's all about the red kettles, and still encourage you to donate. But Sundays you're getting together for services. What time are those at for the folks at home that might not understand that as much as you're feeding people, it's also a place of worship for sure?
Well, we start with breakfast.
Okay.
Every Sunday, if you belong to the church or to another church, you can come and eat breakfast at 9 a.m. We have a light breakfast, not a heavy one.
Sure.
10 a.m. we have music practice and a Bible study, and 11 is the worship service in English.
Gotcha.
We have another one at 3 o'clock. We
Okay.
have the Spanish one.
Salvation Army,
Yeah.
feeding people 3 days a week, putting together programs, helping people pay their bills if they need it. I mean, being there for the kids. That's where I feel, strongly enough to join the advisory board, but want to be able to keep having these conversations. Because the last thing that I want to do is have all this energy around the holidays and then, like I said, not realize that there's still a need.
Yeah, no, a lot of people said, if I'm having a break in the month of January, but to be honest, you're going to see now as our advisory board member that every single month is active, and we're going to start preparing our summer day camp program. So every month is something, which is good.
We need it. Yeah, we need it. I have a couple ideas that I'm going to try and implement as well, and I just want people to always think of the Salvation Army as a resource that, like you said, is there 365 days a year, not just around the holidays. Certainly, appreciate everybody, and I'm not trying to downplay the people that have volunteered or donated. It's so important, but I just want everybody to understand that the need still exists, still trying to hit that red kettle goal.
Yes, please.
We've got through the end of the month, so we've got some time. And even if you're thinking, I've only got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks, if you think that can go towards some good, I would challenge you to bring it down to the Salvation Army.
Yeah, and
it
also
can go a long way.
Taking this opportunity, and I know you like to challenge people,
Sure.
A call to all the factories that we have around here, hey, please be the superhero that we need,
Sure.
to keep serving our community in our best capacity, So
Yeah, absolutely.
we have lots of big factories around.
There
and they've been very, very supportive with every single one.
Absolutely. I would love to see some of the companies in town donate for Jeans Days or whatever the case may be. And check that out, right? There's some more updates from social media.
Yes.
You can always follow the Salvation Army Muscatine online. It's easy to do. And I encourage you to help us chip away at that amount that we're looking at. $36,000. We can do that, friends.
Yes.
It's based on where we started with the goal
to
be where we're at.
Yeah.
I feel really good about it. And I know that we have a very supportive community for sure. So please keep that in mind. If you're looking to volunteer, help out, serve a hot meal, be down there to have a conversation with someone, boy, that just sounds like a good idea. For someone that likes to talk, that seems like a great idea.
It is. You know, if you want to learn Spanish, you can come and practice your Spanish. That way you can do your radio show in Spanish.
That's right.
Why not?
You know, I took Italian in high school.
Okay.
Can't speak a lick of it. Then I got to college and I took Spanish and German, which German is the hardest. Why would I do that? Why would I take German 101? It was impossible. I don't even know if I passed.
There is a few people who speak German.
No, God bless them. But it's a hard language to try and learn as a senior in college.
I think all the languages are hard, you know.
Yeah, I should learn. I should, right? I should be. I can barely speak English well enough that I should learn Spanish.
You know, the best way is to jump. I don't know if my grandpa teach me how to swim, and they throw me to the water and say, just swim. You know? So the same thing I advise you with language. You know, you just go to, if you would like to speak Spanish, just go to any Spanish store and just go in and try your best, you know.
I love it. I mean, at least I would be making an effort, right?
There we go, yeah.
I think this is a great idea. That's exactly where it counts. All right, Salvation Army Muscatine, 1000 South Oregon Street. Consider making a donation. Call down there, stop down there, ask how you can get involved.
Please.
If you're with an organization, or if it's just you as an individual, group of friends, whatever the case may be, Salvation Army would certainly appreciate it. Even just to be continued to be thought of, right? 263-8272. People really, I feel like, Lieutenant, we had a lot of bell ringers this year.
I feel really good about it. You know, and actually, you know, I would like to invite to your great viewers to, if you invite me in the end of this month, that way we can celebrate that we made it, the $180, you know, and we can celebrate with coffee.
I'm in.
Yes, I will buy this time.
No, you're not buying.
Okay.
Stop it. Betsy's gonna buy it.
Okay, Pepsi. Thank you, Pepsi. A large one.
Thank you, Betsy. Large one. Make it a double.
So we will celebrate in the end of this month.
Yes. Maybe we'll get a cake too.
Yes.
Betsy will buy the cake as well.
That's right. That's
right. She's got all this money. She's
with the strawberries.
With strawberries.
Yes, I like strawberries.
Okay. You got that all?
Yeah.
So it's tall coffee and a cake with strawberries.
Yep.
Anything else you wanted to buy?
No,
okay,
that's
good.
it. That's it.
Poor Betsy. Lieutenant Christian Lopez, thank you, sir. It's great to see you. Consider, again, getting involved. Make a donation.
Please.
Ask questions. Make the difference. Be the difference for folks that need help here in Muscatine. Let's go to the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam if we could. I don't really have a direction for the cart cam. And if I'm being totally honest, Ryan Broderson, since you have a computer in front of you, I didn't even look up to see. I feel like today is National Spaghetti Day. I heard that from my friend Morgan OTA on Channel 6. So if you want to take a cruise by Italian, across from Italian, or actually across from Chinese, Betsy, there should be some pre-made spaghetti pasta dinners. So check that out. And Ryan, if you Google today is National What Day, we can tell the folks at home what's going on, because I failed to do that. I have failed you, faithful viewers. I apologize. So our very own Betsy, in addition to checking out some pasta, has her order for the strawberry cake and the Starbucks for Lieutenant Christian Lopez. I love it. I like the strawberries on the cake, even though I'm, back on the keto and I'm trying to avoid the sweets. Darn it. I was really thinking that this diet might not work again, and 9 pounds in 2 days. It works. It's tremendous. All right, so Betsy, there you go. Look at that. It is National Spaghetti Day. I did not steer y'all wrong. It's also National Trivia Day. Excellent. That's great. Thank you, Ryan. All right, let's go back to Betsy, see if she's finding any pasta. Spaghetti day and trivia day. She's kind of barking up the right tree. She went a little too far. So across from Chinese, there are like Chinese dishes that are cold that you can take home. There's some pasta, lasagna, and celebrate National Spaghetti Day. Just don't forget the meatballs. There's Mike Weiss. Speaking of meatballs, have a homemade meatball, or would you just buy the ones that are ready to go? Look behind you. Cody, those bunkers, like just a couple steps that way. See if there's any pre-made meatballs. Like just just take a look. I'm putting them on the spot. We had some around Christmas. I don't know if we've got any over there. If we don't, it's okay. I was just thinking about that as we're sitting here. Betsy asking Mike Weiss for help. You can see it happening on the Toyota Muscatine cart cam, by the way. And Mike saying, I don't know what Tony's talking about. She found the cheese. Fail. Yeah, way to go. And it's, of course, well, it's Hy-Vee grated Parmesan. We'll take that. Thank you, Betsy. All right. She did okay. I give that a solid C+. And she also can't hear me right now, so works out well. She's probably going to put like on what I'm putting in the old yapper over here. And my diet, it's just Starbucks and meatballs. That's all it is, all right? I want those RX bars in my life. They're phenomenal. They tell you the ingredients right on the front. It's so great. And at the top of that ad, Ryan, that picture of the vitamin aisle, I can't tell you how happy I am with how that looks. So many vitamins. For anything you could need, like, it's there. It is in the vitamin aisle. No Flintstone Kid vitamins, though, I don't think. I'm a little too old for those. Going on today and tomorrow, the 4th and the 5th, an opportunity for you to put some savings on that fuel saver. With every $50 you spend, you can save 25 cents. 25 cents with every $50 you spend. The best part is the more you spend, the more you save. It adds up quick. Say you spend $200, $1 off per gallon. Whoa, that's great. So the current price of gas, $1.95 a gallon. It doesn't have to be. You have the ability to lower that if you shop at Hy-Vee. I can see things with fuel savers on them, so you'll save even additionally. But if you just came in and dropped $50, we'll give you the 25-cent fuel saver. But just knowing this store and the thousands of items, you'll save more than that. I can almost guarantee it. Okay. Let's go the Hy-Vee Make My Monday deal for this coming Monday, January 7th. I was happy to see this graphic, and I emailed it to Ryan this morning. So if you've been stopping by on Mondays last couple months, you know that we've been rolling out some good deals that are good on Monday only. This one, no exception. Look at how great that looks, by the way. It's another opportunity to save on the fuel saver and take advantage of the health market and the produce department. So this Monday, January 7th, with every $25 you spend, you'll get 15 cents off per gallon. Load up on your favorite health market items, produce, including organic produce, and save at the pump. So you could shop today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, take advantage of that fuel saver, then come back on Monday and save even more, right? We're just giving away the farm. Make my Mondays. Never miss a Monday at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Bingo, Game of Thrones trivia, and the job board before we jet today. Bingo coming up January 14th, an opportunity for you to come hang out in the Market Grill Express and play bingo. Yours truly, I'll be your host, starts at 6 p.m. $5 Hy-Vee gift card with each bingo game that you should find yourself winning. You can win more than once. It's family friendly. We've got half-price appetizers, cheap beverages. I like the folks that come out and sit at the bar and play bingo with us. I try to have fun with it. It is family friendly, so bring the kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever you want to do. We'll have fun on the fort. And I guess I even have a helper for this bingo. I have an assistant for bingo. Please pass out the cards. I can't be troubled to do that myself. I can't be troubled to call this. I will need a helper for sure for Game of Thrones trivia night, mainly to just keep score. This is fun. A lot of people love Game of Thrones. Millions and millions watch it. And we're doing Game of Thrones trivia night January 21st. I've already got the questions done. Let the record state I am on it. Ready to go. All we need is for you to RSVP. Free-to-play trivia. Free-to-play trivia. Betsy's so excited she's dropping stuff. Starts at 6 o'clock. Prizes first, second, and third place. Call 563-264-2420 and make that RSVP today, won't you? All right, we'll leave you with our team staffing job board, our friends at Team Staffing on Lake Park Boulevard, right across. And you want to same thing. CBI, we love it. 563-316-7633. Customer service rep Charity has that opportunity for you. We appreciate the CBI Bank and Trust and the Toyota Muscatines and the team staffings of the world for being with us pretty much since this show started. Coming up on 1 year anniversary of Hy-Vee today. That'll be on Tuesday, February 5th. Can't believe it. Betsy and Ryan promising a 6-foot-tall cake that is keto-friendly with fireworks sticking out of it and a gold statue and a very nice award that is maybe fragile. We're going to spend the budget on a keto 6-foot-tall cake. It's going to happen. Or just a statue of me that's made out of Ellsworth cheese curds. Maybe that's more practical because you would just need the cheese curds and toothpicks, and we could put that together. It's not a bad idea. All right, thank you for watching the show this week. We will be back with a full week on Monday. Looking forward to it. And as always, I say this a lot, and I mean it. If you know someone that we should feature on Hy-Vee today in a guest starring role, thank you, Delmer. It's about time. Look at that, friends. 2 days. This is the secret to the diet right here. It's Ellsworth cheese curds at Starbucks. I've lost 9 pounds in 2 days, Delmer. And I'm going to just take one for the team. They're the best. These are the best cheese curds ever. And I don't even like the Green Bay Packers. These are the best things from Wisconsin. Do you have any Spotted Cow beer? Yeah. He does. All right. These are seriously at home. These are seriously the best cheese curds you'll ever have. Wow. Thank you, Delmer. All right. It's great. Breakfast of Champions, am I right? Seriously, you could come and buy these right now. Not the ones, I'm not going to sell you these. These are ours, but, you know. I have a mouthful of cheese curds. Making my cheeks look chubbier. All right, so thank you for watching. Thanks again to Jessica Whitman, Christian Lopez, Lieutenant Lopez with the Salvation Army. We'll see you Monday. I got to finish chewing this cheese curd. There's no other way around it. I got to get rid of it. All right, that's it. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.